4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The biggest names in music.
Oh, wow.
Big names, big songs, big guests, big prizes.
Well, it's a big show. Okay.
The Big Show.
Put your hands together for the one and only
Glenn, Angel, FD, and Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
1FM 91.3. Good times, greatest hits.
1, 2, 3.
Good morning, Singapore. Good morning to you from wherever you're catching us from right now in the world. We know we have many people from Australia listening in. Surprise, surprise. Perth. All of your
You
friends.
mean little Singapore?
Canada as well.
Welcome to the show. This is The Big Show. We are also on The Big Show TV, which is 1FM 91.3's Facebook page. Our guest for this morning is a YouTube sensation, host, actress, influencer, and she's also Dementia Singapore's ambassador. Let's welcome Munah Bagharib.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Munah. So nice to see you. I apologize for getting you to wake up so early in the morning because I bet my last dollar you're usually not up at this time of the morning.
I wouldn't say I'm a morning person, but I mean, to see your faces is fine.
Points scored. You get a t-shirt.
Now, Munah, how have you been? I mean, of course, we all know Munah, the entertainer. All right. I think I first got to know you years ago when I was on the other radio station. But your career started by accident, 2008, 2009, while you were in Polytechnic. Yeah?
Wow, that was very long ago. For revealing my age also. I've been good, and I guess we started a very long time ago, and honestly we were just doing it for fun because we were two kids with a camera and we were like, oh my god, let's make content about ourselves, just a bit narcissistic. But I guess it was also kind of lucky that we were putting up videos on YouTube, which was nothing at that time, so we were able to just find what or how it could work for us, and for some reason it became something shockingly.
Yes.
And then now social media is such a big thing, so it's kind of crazy sometimes to look at what we were doing before when social media was non-existent to now where it's just everything in your world, right? So it's just wow, that's pretty mad.
Right. When Munah says we, she's talking about Herzi and herself, by the way. Yeah.
Not me and my imaginary friend.
Her and a split personality.
Munah, do you remember the very first YouTube video you guys put out?
Well, the very first YouTube video we put out was not on Munah Herzi Official. It was on another weird named YouTube channel as well, but it was for this video that we did. We joined this competition called Fly By Night. I don't know if you guys remember it ever. So you have 48 hours to create a video. So what happens is you go to the venue and then they give you the theme, and then you have 48 hours and then you kind of just submit your video then. And we won. So it was 10 commandments of cross-dresser because the theme was X. And that was my idea. So it was just what to do as a cross-dresser.
Wow.
But that was the first video on the channel.
You guys were so cool. You guys garnered such a huge following during your 10 years together. How many followers did you have? How many people were watching you guys at that time, Munah?
At the peak.
I really can't. I mean, we had a decent amount. I guess honestly, when we first started, it was a surprising thing because when we put stuff up, we were just putting it up to share amongst our friends.
Right.
But because more and more people started watching, we were like, oh, okay, people get access to our videos. But it's good. I think Herzi and I also we never quite looked at numbers so much. While we were doing a YouTube channel, it was really our little baby, and we found purpose for the platform, and that's more of what we focused on, like kind of like the messaging or the kind of videos we wanted to put out with, like, causes that were close to our hearts.
Right. And of course, everyone wanted a piece of you guys. You guys had your own TV show on Surya as well.
Yeah. So I mean, it was nice because that was sort of like like everybody loves Raymond, so it was like a little like slice of life of Munah Hirzi. Okay, it's been damn long, like how long has it been? Like, I don't know. That was really like, I would say like
2012.
8, 9 years ago. Yeah. Oh, you have all the numbers.
I do my research.
But yeah, I think we've definitely come a long way, and since closing the channel, so like Hirzi and I have like decided to like focus on different parts of our career, but at the same time like still come together for fun things or important things.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a hard decision to close that channel?
Yes and no. I think yes, because we were going to let go of something that we created together. But no, also, as creators and when we were like producing stuff on the channel, we knew where it was going to run to. And I always tell people this, like, if you watch a TV show and then it goes on for a season too long, then you're like, you should have stopped then. We knew that it was a nice moment to stop, like it was a nice spot to just close and then move on to the next chapter of where we would go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. And that curtain call was, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay, we're talking to Munah right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. We'll continue to talk to Munah. And later on, we'll also find out what her involvement is with Dementia Singapore as well as ambassador. Meantime, here's CNC Music Factory. Gotta make you sweat. Only on The Big Show. 1FM 91.3.
And we're back.
Curtain call at the Capitol Theatre.
Yeah.
You really had throwback all these things.
But 2018, right? 2019.
That was 2018.
2018, yes. 2018. That show was pretty radical, huh? I mean, I wasn't there, but I had friends who turned up. I think I wanted to go, so I couldn't go, boy. Everyone was there. It's like
No space, no space.
yeah.
That was
No,
We
but
were
it
in the
was
overflow room outside the ball.
no, you don't lie lah. But it was nice because like it was a big space, but like for some reason it felt like intimate and close because everyone was just like, okay, bye.
So cool. Okay. So let's later when we go on air, we're gonna be talking a little bit more about Dementia Singapore and all that. So how did you get involved with Dementia Singapore, Munah?
Well, how I first found out about them was when they were ADA, and it was when my mom was diagnosed, and like I've always known about dementia, but I don't know about it. So when it was like so close to home, me and my brother were just like, oh my God, who do we turn to? Like, yes, we can speak to doctors, but like, I think there was a lot more to what we needed to know of how to handle the situation. So I turned to them for resources, and I've always been, like, they've helped us a lot. So when they came to me and spoke to me about being an ambassador, I was like, yeah, sure, I'd be happy to, because they were such a big part of that, the first few years of us like figuring out my mom's life. So yeah, I'm more than happy to be part of them and like see how else we can help, like on a bigger scale, I guess.
Yeah.
We're probably going to be asking you this again on air later, but what were the first signs that you spotted with your mom?
It's like more intense forgetting or mistakes of something. So like how like we forget everything, right? Like it's so normal. So like that has happened, and we just never like blinked once when that happened. But then I think it was when she started to mistake like things like a scrunchie, and then she would call it like a fan. And then we were like, yeah,
the words.
She's very quick, she's very alert. So for her to make that mistake, we were like, it was very, very strange, and it was just a bit more apparent, like, after a while. And me and my brother thought, like, you know what, let's just go get checked. That's how we got the diagnosis.
Do you mind me asking how old she was when she got diagnosed?
She was 65 minus about 5'60". She was about 60.
60. Okay.
60.
Okay.
60.
Wow.
You know,
It
you,
was considered quite young.
Yeah.
yeah, it is considered young.
Young
And-
onset.
and what's it like being a caregiver to a dementia patient?
It's a process. I feel like every day you're kind of always trying to learn something or trying to adapt. I think that's more the word. So I think I'm lucky because I have my brother and my father. Like we're very close. So even with my mom, like our focus is to just make her like happy or comfortable or keep her company. I feel like the last few, like this whole year, like I feel like what she needed was company more than anything. And that's what our focus is, and we try to put her first. It's definitely not easy to see someone so close to you like go through something like this, but I think I passed that stage of like being like, why is this happening, or like being so confused, like and the goal now is to just like make sure that she feels good about herself. She's cheery all the time. She still wants to talk. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't like refuse.
Yeah. Last week, actually, we spoke to someone, who had early onset dementia, Alice, and she seemed very normal to us. Very normal. So I'm guessing your mom is normal as well, except for the occasions where she forgets things.
Yeah, I mean, I think with you, when you speak to her, she has frontotemporal dementia, so it's more to form sentences and
Right.
when you speak to her or when you see her, you think like, she, there's nothing that she's going through. But when you start speaking to her a lot more, and then you realize like, oh, okay, something's not clicking here. But how, like, because I go out with her, and like how sometimes people interact with her, like I kind of just watch how she answers, and the thing is she still wants to talk to them, but then you can see them go like, what is she saying?
Right,
But
yeah.
so that's when I step in and I try to be there and make sense of things, because like you don't want her to feel bad. And I've seen times when earlier on when we were trying to like figure this out, like she would be saying like, okay, can you take the cup, but actually she's saying like, take the carpet, and we're like, cup. But there's honestly, after a while you realize there's no point in correcting her or telling her something is wrong. Like I think with people with dementia, like you just have to roll with it. You have to enter their world, and because if you make them uncomfortable or insecure, then it the anxiety up, and then like you're not solving anything.
So at that point, do you actually tell her? Do you actually correct her that it's actually
Something else.
cup and not a carpet?
I spoke to the doctor about it, about how to communicate with her, because every time we try to correct her or she feels like something is wrong, she gets so stressed, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
the doctor was saying like, you know what, just play along, just be in the world, like if she suddenly thinks she's at this point of time, just roll with it. Like there's really no point in you trying to say like, no, this is happening now. And we did that, and like you can see that. Like the thing is with my mom, I don't want her to lose like being social. She's always been social, and that's also part of like her confidence. So you can see that like when we roll with it, she's just like happy to just chat.
Speaking about being social, like you were mentioning earlier, when you're out with your mom and then you bump into some people and stuff, and and they don't quite get what your mom is trying to say. Do you feel like you feel the need to explain what's happening to other people? Or, I mean, how do you deal with that?
So that's a really good question. I have to think about that. I think I haven't actually said anything to people. I haven't actually explained.
But do you feel you need to, or you just let it roll?
I think I just let it roll. Like so far I've never even like it hasn't crossed my mind to explain like, hey, this is what she's going through. I just make it like a conversation.
Okay.
Okay, we're going back on air. Munah, what we'll do is we'll just take two questions. First question is, I'll bring up the fact that, your mom has, dementia, and how you got involved with Dementia Singapore, and perhaps maybe how you got her diagnosed. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Stand by.
Adele, send my love right here on The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is host, actress, influencer. She's also an ambassador with Dementia Singapore, Munah Bagharib. Good morning, Munah. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Now, we were talking to you on The Big Show TV earlier on about your involvement with Dementia Singapore, and you told us about your mom. Your mom has dementia. Tell us a little bit more how you guys found out that your mom had this condition.
Well, it was little things. I mean, it started with, her just forgetting, like either mixing mine and my brother's names up or just forgetting like easy things. And we never thought twice about it because it happens a lot, like we forget all the time. But what was more significant was when she started to mistake things, like names of things. So she would call like a hand like a table. And yeah, like I said, like my mom's really sharp, like she's super alert. So for her to just make mistakes of like what to call things, we were just like, something's different about her. So we thought, like, okay, why don't we just get checked?
Right.
Okay.
And Dementia Singapore, I mean, how have they helped, you and your family? Because I would think, for someone, to have a family member, with dementia can be something that's, really stressful, and especially if you don't know how to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so when she was first diagnosed, I admit, like, we were all at a loss. I was at a loss of what to do, or how to feel. And like I've always known of dementia, but I think with people in my generation, we just, or actually in general, like of things, but you never really think about how it could affect you until it's close to home. So yeah, we didn't quite understand, like, how to go about it, like how to handle the situation. And that's when I turned to, Dementia Singapore at that time. This was many years ago. And I turned to them for resources. Because, yeah, it's one thing to get advice from the doctor, but it's another to understand how to live your day-to-day with her and how to make her comfortable. And they were like just my source of like information, education. So when they came to me and said like, oh, do you want to join us? I was more than happy to, because I think they helped me a lot. And I know that they are out there helping so many other people, caregivers or people with dementia. And I want to be part of that message.
Right. And you were saying your mom was diagnosed at the age of 60?
Yeah, thereabouts. And it's considered pretty young to be diagnosed at that age. And to, because it deteriorates. So, over time, like you see many different changes. And that's why I think as a caregiver also, you just have to keep adapting and finding new ways to make her happy. At least that's our focus for our family.
And Munah, how much has your mom deteriorated in the last 5 years?
I mean, yeah, it's quite a shift from when she was first diagnosed. There were certain things that she could do because we would get her to do activities, so you can kind of tell from there like how much she could do a few years ago and how much she can do now. And we try our best as possible to, because she can see it as well, she's very aware. We try as much as possible to make it not a bad thing, like it's okay. Like if you forget how to write certain numbers or certain letters, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Like we will do it. And we always tell her like it's okay, and just make sure that she's not insecure about herself. Because I think the first few years when me and my brother, for example, were trying to understand like, okay, what's best for her, like, no, we should make her do all these activities every day. But then we realized like those were stressing her up, because like every day we'd be like, okay, come here, let's like write this. Okay, let's do these sentences or activities.
Yeah.
And just be like, but I can't, or I'm stressed.
Yeah.
Over time we realized like that's, with her at least, I think with different people with dementia, like they are different, but with her at least, like we cannot just push her to do something she doesn't want.
Yeah. It's so tiring. I mean, even someone who doesn't have dementia, if you ask them to play these games, right? That stimulates your mind. It's like, nah. Thanks. It's I'm not interested.
Exactly, and that's what we realized. Like I think we were stressed ourselves, and we were kind of just not helping the situation at all. So yeah, it was very important to just
Yeah.
really see the bigger picture of things rather than just like focus on one thing.
Right. So what's your beautiful mom's favorite pastime now?
Oh, well, she used to be a piano teacher.
Oh.
And it's kind of beautiful because she hasn't played the piano in a while, so we just got her on it. And like, I don't know, muscle memory with like music, I think it's kind of special. So when she plays, she still like has it. She plays some of her favorite songs. So right now, like we try to encourage her to play as much as possible.
Oh, that's
She's
amazing.
happy when she does it, yeah. So something nice came out of it. I feel because she left music for the longest time, but then now we're kind of revisiting it with her, and she likes it. Yeah.
That's
I'd love to find out
wonderful.
more about the music, but let's go back to the Big Show TV and play some music on 1FM 91.3 and speak
All
more.
right. Okay. Here's Cool and the Gang with Ladies Nights on 1FM 91.3. Good morning.
Okay.
So you just got her back into playing the piano. Is that something she remembers? As in the notes and reading the notes, is that something she's better at than say doing a puzzle or writing?
Yes.
Or it is?
For
Okay.
sure. So we kind of play on her strength. I mean, yeah, sometimes she forgets, and I'm not musically trained, so sometimes if it's just me and her, and she's like, okay, I can't remember this note. Now I'm just there like, oh, I cannot help.
Play a YouTube video for her.
But I try to play like videos, and then she hears
Yeah.
it. She has like, what do you call it? That
So
thing-
she's remembering
The
from
chords.
yes. I don't even like she hears it, and then she's like, oh, okay, I know how to play it then. So,
right. Okay. So she remembers from memory, not with notes.
Yeah, mostly
Okay.
with memory. Yeah, which
Okay.
is interesting, right? Which
Yeah.
is a nugget that I discovered, and I spoke to a few people, and they said, yeah, music is supposedly quite good for people with dementia.
Playing by ear. That's what you were looking
Oh,
for.
that's
Yeah.
it's playing
wonderful.
by ear.
That's wonderful. Just like singing, right? I mean, if you can
Yeah.
memorize all the lyrics, that's the best, right? You
Yeah.
don't have to have the lyrics in front of you, right? So your
Yeah.
mom's doing well. Your mom's doing
Yeah,
fantastic.
Sounds like it.
It's good. Like there are like little days where like there's a bit of progress, but and you encourage her, and she like feels encouraged. So sometimes when I take videos of her playing piano, and I show her, and she, that's me. Wow, I'm so good. Yeah,
You
because she always
betcha.
like, it's like, oh no, I'm doing it wrong. I'm like, no, look. She's like, wow, so good.
Sean's got a question for you.
Oh
Sean?
no, I was just gonna say, music is so important. That's why we have to learn the recorder when we're in primary school. So everybody should still practice your recorder now.
I don't have
It will
one
help you in the
anymore.
long run. No, go and get
Go
one.
back and play your recorder.
Yeah, everybody bring out their recorder so that your neighbors will complain also.
Yes. Because in the UK they're currently using music and dance to treat people with dementia. It's a big part of their daily activities in the UK now.
Yeah, actually dance also.
Yeah, music and
yeah.
dance. It's all about using the brain, and that's exactly what your mother is doing because it's all coming from memory.
Yeah.
So it's keeping her brain active.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got people listening, and I'm curious. When you first saw the differences in your mom, and you went to get her checked, what was that like? What was that examination like? The examination that determined she had dementia.
Okay, so we did a series of blood tests. So what they were looking for was folic acid, and if the folic acid level was normal and she was forgetting, and then they would say like, yeah, it's definitely related to dementia. If it was low or something, then because that kind of helps with memory or brain function. So if it was low, and then they would have like not suspected it as much, but the results came back and it was normal, and then they said like, okay, I think we should go for a brain scan because it's very highly likely that she has dementia. And I remember when I got this news, because I was away for work, I was in Japan for work, and my brother called me, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, okay, I didn't know how to help because I was so far away, and I didn't know how she felt, hearing the news. And I spoke to her, and it seemed like she understood what was going on, but I think it was something for her to also like process,
Right.
Yeah. So that was the thing that we were looking out for.
Okay.
So Munah, as a caregiver, as a family member, as a daughter, a sister, can I ask how it feels to live with someone with dementia? How difficult it is? Do you get frustrated? Do you lose your cool and yourself and your brother and dad?
Like I said, I think we're very lucky because we have each other. Like at least the ones who were living with my parents, but now we're living away. But we tried to be here, so it was my dad, my brother, and me that was kind of like the core little group. I wouldn't say it's stressful, as in like I don't lose my temper, or like neither of us lose our temper. But it was a lot to wrap your head around what to do or what is happening, because you're watching it happen before your eyes. It's one of those things, and it's pretty crazy. Like the brain is just like there's so much that is going on in there, and it was. I think the emotion that hit us the most was kind of like sad or like distraught, because we were all lost. We really didn't realize that this would happen to her, especially. But we have each other, and like I said, like I think past that phase where we first got the message, we kind of realized like there's no point in either like blaming yourself or feeling like, oh, it's me, like we just have to move on. It's one of those things where it will deteriorate further. Like you just have to face it. You just have to face the consequences of what's coming, and you just have to make the best of it.
Yeah, I think you're blessed, and your mom is also blessed that the support system is there. I mean, as you said, you've got your brother, you've got your dad, because there's some people out there who are in perhaps maybe the same situation, but they don't have that kind of support system. And can you imagine if it was just you, Munah, or it was just your brother, or it was just your dad, who had to deal with the situation? It would be so much tougher.
Yeah, and that's why, like, even when I look through, Dementia Singapore and the resources, that there's so many that I feel like, if people were in different situations, like they could turn to them for all these resources for sure. There are all these like centers that you can get caregivers to come to the house, or you can send them over to for like these little like day activities.
Okay, hold on, Munah. We'll go on air again and talk about Dementia Singapore.
Okay.
FD, do one traffic for me.
Alrighty, let's take a look at that traffic. You've got the usual delays across the expressways. That shouldn't surprise you too much at this time of the morning. Let's see if we have anything that will stop you or slow you down as you head off to work. The SLE towards the BKE, an accident before the BKE exit, avoid lane 2. AYE towards the MCE roadworks after Jalan Ahmad Ibrahim. That's going to slow you down for sure. Stay within the speed limit. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
Good morning and welcome back to The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Munah Bagharib. Thank you so much, Munah, for joining us once again. Munah is also an ambassador with Dementia Singapore, and we're just talking about Dementia Singapore on The Big Show TV. Munah, could you tell us a little bit more about what Dementia Singapore does?
Yeah, so for me, what they were was a platform where I could get educated on what dementia is. And I think that's the first step for sure for us to understand it. Because from my understanding of it, when it first happened, and when I told my friends about it, they were like, she's forgetful, she'll forget you. Like it's very surface understanding of what dementia is, but there's so much more to it. There's so much that you go through, or there's so much more to look out for. So with Dementia Singapore, it's definitely good for somewhere where you want to educate yourselves on it. But at the same time, like for anyone who's going through, who's a caregiver or who's a person with dementia, it's a great place to find resources. So there are all these centers that we found that were very helpful, because sometimes you do feel alone just because you don't know what to do. And it's one of those things where it's very like specific to the person or the case. And with all these centers, you have access to experts or to caregivers who have experience, and you can share that. It's kind of like a community, I feel, or somewhere to turn to, so you don't feel so afraid to venture into this. Yeah.
So you've been living, your mom's been living with dementia for 5 years now. What would you say to someone who's just discovering that a loved one has been diagnosed with dementia?
I would say, first of all, like all these emotions you're going through is valid, because it is quite a big thing to have in your life, all of a sudden. But patience is definitely key. Like, I think with interacting with someone with dementia, you need to just be patient, keep calm, because their well-being is a lot more important than the situation at hand. It's more how you make the individual feel, and that's crucial.
Right. And I think that's why, it's so good that we're working with Dementia Singapore, because we're all working towards raising awareness of dementia and living in a dementia inclusive society here in Singapore. Because sometimes I feel that they're misunderstood when they're out there. Like Munah, you were saying, when you go out with your mom, sometimes you're there to kind of explain to some people, because they don't think immediately like something is wrong. Sometimes they misunderstand, and because everyone is so busy with their own thing, some misunderstandings can happen as a result of that. But if we were to create more awareness, then people will understand this condition a little bit better. Just like when we first found out about Dementia Singapore, and they were previously Alzheimer's Disease Association, we were trying to figure out what's the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's.
Yeah, exactly. So dementia is kind of like the big umbrella,
right?
Then, so with my mom, she goes through frontotemporal, which is more to do with like speech and like words. So there's so many like different like branches into dementia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're doing our bit, by speaking to people like yourself and talking about dementia. How can the average person on the street help?
Yeah, that's a good question. So, I mean, earlier on we were saying like how we were all influencers, right? And I think we all are, because we all can do a little part, especially like, we're at such a good position to I guess understand social issues or like the stigma like surrounding dementia. And it's as easy as a shift in words. I feel like that's the first step, so you instead of like asking, what like dementia such a, or like saying dementia is like, like a scary disease to go through. It's more about like, am I saying anything to create a negative stigma around dementia, or like how can I better refer to this topic? So yeah, that's kind of important as well, to not refer to the person with dementia as like a burden or crazy. It's just something that we go through as humans, and it's just part of life. So yeah, I think just that little shift in like how you use words is quite crucial as well.
And it's a real test about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and seeing how they're feeling and what they're going through as well.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I think patience is key. Like there's no point in getting frustrated or angry at the situation. You just have to roll with it. Like I said, be in their world as well and enjoy it.
Right. And for those of you who have any questions, you can always get in touch with Dementia Singapore. I think we mentioned this last week as well. Dementia Singapore, they need as much support as they can get. So, if you can, make a donation, onefm.sg/dementia, because they do a lot of good work. Thank you so much, Munah, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Nice chatting with you guys.
Always love
Thanks,
chatting
Munah.
with you.
Thank you so
take
much.
care. Send our love to your mom and your dad and your brother as well.
Oh my God, she loves you, Glenn and FD.
Give a big hug and a big kiss from us, okay? All right. You
right,
take care,
thanks,
Munah.
Take care.
Bye-bye. All right, up next, here's Sting, Desert Rose on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3.
We're back.
Right, we're expecting Johan Lee, who will be, performing, I think, let me see, what's the time now? Oh, he'll be performing at least 4 songs today, I think.
Wow.
At least.
I say two.
Just to let you know, just to let everybody know, if you guys want to get in touch with Dementia Singapore, they have been watching us and they put up their
number.
website and their hotline numbers. It's all in the chat. So if you refer to the chat, you'll have all the information you need.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we've got the link on our Facebook page.
On our,
We do.
Yes.
As
we
well.
also
Yes.
have the link directly on our website as well. So if you
Yeah.
go to onefm.sg, you'll find it there as well.
Yeah, so just
Yeah.
click on the link.
If you say don't know where to go, we will beat you. Tell you so many
We'll
times.
send Sean to beat you.
Yes. with love.
Johan, Lee, everybody. Hey, you look a bit different today.
Sean
Your
wouldn't
hair.
beat
Me looks
anyone
different
lah.
today.
You look like Justin Bieber.
I'm working from home. That's
So-
why.
See, that didn't do his hair. Now you look like Glenn a bit.
What?
It's
It's a Glenn hair.
It's his fringe.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
his fringe. Yeah, there you go.
fringe,
Same
that's
Megan.
what it is.
No,
It's the
Angel
fringe.
also has
Not
it.
Angel.
Oh,
Not
Angel
Angel.
also.
Yeah.
I don't have enough hair.
Come on, guys. Get with the program. We need a
Whoa,
fringe.
Sean.
Everyone needs
Wow.
bangs. See, we all got it.
Look
Now
at Sean.
I look like Momo.
Okay.
Sean's
You look like-
retro. Sean looks like one of the Thompson twins.
How's everybody?
We're good.
right,
And
we're all
yourself?
Not too bad.
Fantastic. What are you doing today? Apparently, Glenn says you're singing 4 songs.
Well, I'm just looking at
What?
the time. I'm like,
Four?
Yeah.
you have time to sing 4 songs. You know,
He prepared one.
Sure.
I'm so
First
relaxed.
reaction was what?
I'm so relaxed today. You know, I'm just checking my heart rate on my, on my Polar. It's like 52.
52.
Wow. Is your watch working?
You national diver, are you? 52.
No, but that's good. If that's really good that you can get your heart rate down
52?
while
that's-
you're at work.
Actually,
They're like the
my
dolphins.
average heart rate these days is like 50. I mean, at rest,
Yeah.
about 52, 53.
That's great.
I'm 51.
As long as zero lah.
Mine's 57, 58.
I'm just looking it up.
Is it
Yeah.
normal? What's the normal one?
Well, okay, I'm looking it up for resting heart rate for 46 to 55. Excellent heart rate is 58 to 63. An athlete is 49 to 54. So Glenn,
So Glenn, you're
although
athletic.
you're not,
Can you
you're an
imagine
athlete.
if I get off my ass and start working out?
Right?
40 something.
You know, I have to stop being lazy, lah. Even yesterday or so, same thing. You know, just lazy. My tummy is getting bigger every day. Very soon it'll be as big as FD's stomach.
What's your heart rate now?
Mine now 60.
60. So you're 65, right? So you're in the excellent range.
That's because he goes for his walks every morning. That's
Very
why.
good.
I
Yeah.
noticed honestly the walks every morning have brought
Helping
the
you?
heart rate down.
Good.
Yeah, can you imagine
Keep
if you
it
start
going.
running?
No, don't make him run.
Okay, that's something I
He'll
can't
trip
do,
over
but
something,
we'll
then he
save
won't be
that
able
for
to walk.
another discussion.
Don't say you can't do.
He'll
No,
trip
can't do.
over something and then he won't be able to
Literally
walk at
can't
all.
do.
So
Okay, so why can't you run, FD? Why?
Until I sort out a problem in my lower back, I can
Yeah, no,
I
yeah.
can walk at pace,
Yes.
but I cannot run.
Yeah, but how do
My
you
lower
know
back
actually?
cannot take.
I suggest you just run. Then if
this is-
something
this is-
happens, then you go, okay, yeah, I really can't run.
Like a slow jog.
It's okay. It's been told to me by an orthopedic surgeon, so I'll take his
yeah,
name.
yeah,
his word
yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
What do these orthopedic surgeons know? Sometimes you need to push yourself, right, Sean?
He's just like, hey,
Doesn't
thanks,
bleed,
bye. I
doesn't
don't want
count.
your advice.
See how I push myself? You know, I push myself to the point where, I mean, if something goes wrong, then you rest for the next 7 months. Lah. But at least you try.
Exactly my point. No,
Hey, you know what? My knee has finally recovered. No, you know my Brazilian jiu-jitsu
yeah.
you know
Oh my
incident
God.
From 3 years
right
ago.
twisted my knee, right? No,
Yeah.
it's been 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Because
It's been 6
been a
months.
while.
Now it's finally better.
Wow.
But are you going to start doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu again?
Man, I'm so
No, right?
itching to do it, right? But
see, this is what I
Why,
don't
right?
understand.
Why?
It's a but.
It messes up your joints, and you still do it.
Yeah, like why would you do that to
You
yourself?
don't need
It's-
all your joints, lah. You got a few already.
No, you don't.
You can buy,
this
plastic ones or
this
what.
can
damn
purchase
Brazilian
them now.
jiu-jitsu is addictive, you see. That's why.
He just
Anyway.
wants to choke somebody.
Johan,
I mean,
Right?
you could pick up like boxing or something, but
Johan, seriously, forget the Brazilian jiu-jitsu, forget the boxing. Find a cat, play with your cat.
Yeah, that's
Enough.
true.
There you go.
That's
Play
enough.
with them.
Yeah.
Plus, you know why else it's good if I get back into Brazilian jiu-jitsu? Because I'm heavier now. I'll be able to just get on top of someone and
then
smash the
they
person.
You'll be in a different weight category.
Yes. Unlike before, I was so light, everyone was just flipping me over. You know? It's like, now, I'll sit on you.
Suffocate you.
I will sit on you.
I'll submit to you just by sitting on your belly. Okay. All right. Johan.
Come,
All
raise
right.
our heart rates now.
Okay, what are we doing today?
Something by The Wonders.
Oh, nice. I think they only played one song.
That's right.
I think we just played that song also.
That's it. That's
Did
it.
I?
No, as in on
On air.
Oh,
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Now we can hear the real version.
That's fine.
Let's go.
You doing that thing you do. You're breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do. And you don't mean to be cruel. You never even knew about the heartache that I've been going through. Well, I try to forget you, girl. It's just so hard to do. And every time you're doing that thing you do, and I know all the games you play, and I'm gonna find a way to let you know that you'll be mine someday. 'Cause we could be happy, can't you see? If you only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me.
Those are the best wipes, by the way.
It's just so hard to do.
Bamboo wipes, brought to you by Nurturing
Every time
Code.
you're doing that thing you do. And I don't ask a lot, girl, but I know one thing's for sure. It's your love I haven't got, girl, and I just can't take it anymore. Let's roll.
Come solo. Kita beli wedding.
Know all the games you play, and I'm gonna find a way to let you know that you'll be mine someday. 'Cause we can be happy, can't you
And he hasn't
see?
even started drinking yet.
If you only let me be the one to hold you and keep you here with me. 'Cause it hurts me so just to see you go around with someone new. And I know you're doing that thing every day, just doing that thing. I can't take you doing that thing you do.
Oh,
That drum solo was
Drums are
Right.
killer.
My
Like
goodness,
Travis
that's
Barker.
awesome.
wow.
percussion's
Travis
amazing.
Barker,
Amazing
man.
percussion.
Okay, stand by FD, you do one traffic. Then we go back on Evers.
Do I have to? Can
Yes.
we do more
Yeah.
percussions?
3, 2, 1.
1FM 91.3 traffic.
Alrighty, we've got the usual delays across the expressways. Other than that, what do you have to look out for? MCE towards the ECP, vehicle broken down after Maxwell Road entrance. AYE towards the MCE roadworks after Jalan Ahmad Ibrahim entrance. And other than Ang Mo Kio Avenue 5 towards Avenue 6, roadworks after Ang Mo Kio Avenue 8. We also have roadworks on Southbridge Road towards Spring Street, the roadworks there after Sago Lane. So look out for those few areas. Please stay within the speed limit. Have everyone in your car buckled up. Drive safely today.
Good morning, Singapore. You're tuned in to The Big Show. It's Glenn Angel, FD Sean, and Johan Lee, who entertains us every Wednesday at around this time, exclusively on The Big Show TV. I just want to let everyone know that from now on, you can ask us anything on The Big Show. You can ask us anything at all, okay? Just submit your questions via our WhatsApp. That's 885509113. 885509113. You can ask us all a collective question, or you can ask us individual questions. We will answer. We'll try to answer your question on air. Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
And be nice.
Yes.
Anything?
Anything.
Be nice.
Anything. Be nice.
Yeah. Be nice and we'll answer your question.
Yeah, yesterday I learned about how FD got his name, the Flying Dutchman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never
you
knew.
did.
I worked with him 5 years, I never knew.
Apparently he levitates, so we'd like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he must have
Especially
told
if
you.
I had a lot
Not
of
this
beans.
version.
Not this. How many versions do you have? So which one is true?
Yeah, you
Well,
should
there's
just have
the
one
other version, which is what happened to me after I ate a can of baked beans.
Oh.
Okay.
I became so
You lift
flatulent,
off?
I levitated, and they called
Right.
me the Flying Dutchman.
Okay. I don't like that version. I prefer
don't
the
like
other
that
one.
version?
No.
Yeah, that's like, especially
That's like
someone
awful.
who's having breakfast right now, eating eggs
Eee, and baked beans.
and baked beans. Yes. Okay. Let's watch Johan Lee on the Big Show TV right now as he performs his next song. He performed That Thing You Do by The Wonders earlier on. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for his next song. You can watch him live right now on the Big Show TV. In the meantime, here's Michael Jackson, the King of Pop. Remember the Time on 1FM 91.3.
Remember the time. Okay. Take it away.
All right. Drum solo number 2.
Oh yeah, hey, you guys can request for songs also via WhatsApp.
Yeah, just
Right.
Or
songs. Just drop it in the chat.
Okay, just drop it in the chat.
Yeah,
we
just
don't-
drop it in the
So I
chat.
can see it now.
Okay. All right, Johan.
okay,
take it away.
because we're all working from home, it feels like Sunday morning every day.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Sunday morning rain is falling. Still some color share some skin. Clouds are straddling us in moments unforgettable. The twist to feel the mold that I am in. When things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I would gladly hit the road, get up and go if I knew that someday it will lead me back to you. That someday it will lead me back to you. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave it. Fingers trace your every outline. Oh yeah, paint a picture with my hands. Back and forth we sway like branches in a storm. Just to weather still together when it ends. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I see. Come and rest your bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave. But things just get so crazy, leaving life gets hard to do. Sunday morning rain is falling, and I'm calling out to you. Thinking someday it will bring me back to you. I find a way to bring myself back home to you. That may be all I need. Darkness, she is all I
That's a loo break. Yeah.
Come and rest your
Hey, sing it.
bones with me. Driving slow on Sunday morning, and I never want to leave.
Did anyone tell him the loo was the other way?
I'm going to the
I'm going to pee, it says. Back in a while.
Yeah,
Yeah. He went through the wrong door, though, I think. Did he go out the correct door?
Only one door, right?
Oh my goodness.
This is our partner, lah. You know. The creativity of Glenn Ong. You know, you're live on
He's been your
Facebook,
partner
it
for
doesn't
way
matter.
longer. He's been anyone else's partner.
When you
He's
have
your
to go,
partner.
like,
It's
this
your
is-
your responsibility.
So now he's not your partner.
Yeah,
He's
no,
only
he's
mine.
your responsibility.
He's
Yeah.
your-
When the man's gotta go, man.
That's why.
Okay, thanks for saying that.
Give him
I'll
a
go
bottle,
too.
give him one.
Hey,
Have you ever peed in a bottle or a cup before?
Oh,
this is a
I've peed in
conversation
a
we're having
bottle.
now.
oh wow.
Yeah, sure. He's not here.
Why would you?
Because
I've peed in
Sometimes
public
you-
before.
Public different, but like, you know, you have to like
In a bottle.
bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottle means you're indoors and can't go anywhere. Because men can pee anywhere.
I mean,
This is
technically,
true.
ladies also can.
No, we
Everybody can
can't.
pee
No.
anywhere.
No, we can't. Technically, we cannot. No.
The law says
Why don't-
otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something called a cone.
Yes.
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 There's something called
They
a
do
cone.
have
But
that
that's not
for
hygienic
traveling.
though.
Yeah.
Is it hygienic?
I have no idea. I would
But
not know.
apparently it is. So anyway, can we not talk about
Right?
this? It's a horrible topic.
That's so random.
I
like
know.
Glenn's fault.
John.
You got 2 minutes
Song,
for
Glenn's
another
fault.
song.
Yeah, so let's not talk about that.
Yeah, let's not. Let's get into one more song before he comes back from his pee break.
Any requests, anybody?
Not.
Feels like Monday morning. Monday morning.
Feels like Monday morning.
No, having it. Send us your requests.
Yeah, you can do it on Facebook.
WhatsApp as
us.
well. Yep.
Easier if you send it to us on Facebook. That way we
Yeah,
can get it
Facebook.
done straight away. Be a lot easier. What have you got lined up anyway? If we,
I got a
whatever.
lot, whatever.
You got a lot? Okay, give it to us.
Now it's only 1 minute left.
Oh, now no more time already.
Oh,
By the time we
man. So
finish
Now we
talking,
need
it's
really
like
short song.
Okay.
really quick.
Short song.
Yeah.
Short song.
Ken. I got
It's
it.
like by the time you get your short song, we're done already.
It will just be an instrumental.
Oh, look at that.
You see, like now he finally came back. We know where you went. We know where you went.
Hey, wait, where's my short song?
30 seconds now.
I thought my camera
Oh,
was off.
no.
Just
Okay,
now,
never
so I was
mind.
showing you
No,
the...
I'm kidding. Still 1 minute.
Really, one song.
The lazy song.
The what?
The lazy song, Bruno.
song.
Bruno's.
Oh, I don't have that one.
Oh, don't have. Then
Sorry.
they play whatever you want to play. So, who,
How many seconds do we have?
Finish already. Okay, all right,
You
all
two,
right. Back
one,
on air.
one, you two.
Yeah?
You can do you two. Colin Yo.
Calling you.
Okay.
Okay. One.
Okay. Let's do that.
Smile.
How long you?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Taking pictures.
Oh,
Is that a screenshot?
No,
we are-
on Facebook. We're
Facebook.
going on air. 1 minute. You got
forgot
1
we are-
minute to play. One
I
minute.
forgot we're on Facebook Live.
1 minute. Okay.
How to play a song in 1 minute?
Yeah, man, cannot, man. This song-
Well,
Don't
well,
tell
you
your
had
story
3
about it,
minutes
man.
when we
Yeah.
started talking about it.
Poor
Now you have
man.
1
There,
minute.
there.
Now you got 30 seconds. Now you have no time.
There.
Okay,
Glenn
back
lah.
on air.
FD was singing. FD
Yeah,
was
you
singing the
play
Beverly
lah.
Hillbillies song. Theme song.
You're doing you two one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
20 seconds.
Okay, finish.
Yeah,
That's it. Well done,
I'm
well
gonna read
done.
some questions.
yeah. We got one question, so we're going back.
Only
on
one
air.
question. What is that?
What is it with
Now
you?
got.
They're afraid to ask.
Okay,
lah,
got
that's why.
a few. No. Send more.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Keep them coming
We
in.
got two. Yeah, we'll read two questions.
Now you get the chance to ask us questions.
Yeah, you can ask us
Anything.
anything.
Okay, we go on
Oh, this
air.
angel.
We settle on
Like
air,
really
and then come back. You
anything.
can play you two.
Anything, and after that.
Anything.
Okay.
And after that, when they ask,
Okay.
you'll be like, oh, no, I don't want to answer that.
Back on air.
All right.
Nickelback, How You Remind Me, right here on The Big Show, 1FM 91.3. We are also live on The Big Show TV with Johan Lee, who entertains us by singing some of the greatest hits of all time live
Yeah.
on The Big Show TV. We're also answering your questions via WhatsApp, because you can ask us anything at all.
Sean?
Do we have any questions, Sean?
We not really a question, more like a request though.
Oh,
so
okay.
Hisham has texted in, and he says that he feels like Sean smiles less a bit more now, and that I don't tell enough jokes.
Hold on.
What?
You smile less a bit more. What's that? You
says
smile less.
I smile less compared to before.
Before.
He's just comparing us.
Are you sad?
Sorry. No, I'm quite happy, but he says I don't tell any enough jokes. So I'm like,
Oh.
okay, maybe
Okay.
I'll tell a knock knock joke for him.
Tell a joke.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Fix.
Fix
Fix
who?
who?
Fix the doorbell. I've been knocking forever.
Well,
There you go.
For
what's this
Hisham.
guy's name? Sham.
Hisham, yes.
Yeah, Hisham. There you go. You see, he asked for that.
This
you like
is
that?
why
No?
I don't.
There. Okay. Don't want already, right? Okay,
Please
that's
don't
it.
tell him make jokes anymore. No.
Okay, let's get back to the Big Show TV with Johan Lee, shall we? What's your next song going to be, by the way?
You too.
Oh,
One.
awesome.
One?
That's
Yeah,
right.
Is it because we're on 1FM?
That's right.
That and
There
also
you
because
go.
Colin requested for it on our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
Yes.
All right, Colin. So don't forget to donate to Dementia Singapore, okay? 1fm.sg/dementia. Your donation will go a long way. In the meantime, let's break for headline news and sports.
It's big.
And we're
Was that
back.
correct? Headline news and sports?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, and we're about to hit. We're at 9,002 now, so we're about to hit 10,000.
Yay!
for Dementia
Oh,
Singapore.
come on, everybody, donate.
Keep going, keep
1fm.sg. Let's hit
Yep.
$10,000.
And Hisham
At
also
least.
said, yeah, no more jokes already, so.
There you
For
go.
nothing, brother.
You asked for it. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, your last song.
All right,
Johan,
Colin,
take
here we
it
go. Is it getting better? Or do you feel the same? Will it make it easier now? You've got someone to blame. You say one love, one life, is one need. The night, one love, you get to share it. Leaves you, baby, if you don't care for it. Did I disappoint you? Or leave a bad taste in your mouth? You act like you never had love, and you want me to go without. Well, it's too late tonight. Drag the past out into the light. One, but not the same. We get to carry each other, carry each other. Whoa. Have you come here for forgiveness? Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus? To laugh in your head? Did I ask too much? More than a lot? You gave me nothing, now it's all I got. We're one, but we're not the same. Well, we hurt each other, then we do it again. You say love's a temple, love's a high law. Love's a temple, love's a higher law. You ask me to enter, then you make me crawl, and I can't be holding on to what you've got when all you've got is hurt. One love, one blood, one life. You got to do what you should. brother, sisters, brothers, one life, but we're not the same. Began to carry each other, carry each other.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Please donate.
So
Thank
good
you.
stuff.
Thank you very much. Once again, it's onefm.sg/dementia. Thank you so much for all your donations, okay? I was just going through the papers, Johan. You being a fellow Man United fan, apparently Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying, like, they're going to turn up the tempo against Villarreal tomorrow morning.
Tonight.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, I don't know. I've said this before. When push comes to shove, and Europe is damn important for United, you guys are gonna do well. You will.
Please don't say things like that. Then
Come on, you've got
tomorrow-
Ronaldo. I'm sure he'll do something.
No,
Come on.
no.
No?
We didn't do well against young boys the last time round.
Oh dear.
So
But I do still believe in Ole, though.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah, he should just get out now.
He's just young Ferguson.
I stopped
No.
tweeting Ole
He's young
out.
Ferguson. Wow.
I stopped.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
Fergie lost a few matches back in '86.
Right.
You know?
It's a different time, you see.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Different time.
I,
Yeah.
I used to say give Solskjaer time, but in all honesty, I think he's been given enough.
Yeah.
You should have had more trophies than you've got in your cupboard.
Enough time.
It's been what, 2 years, right? Only 3?
Three. Close to 4
Three.
now. Yeah, about 3-ish.
I'll tell you honestly, he needs to win the league this year, or his job's.
You got a good team, right? You got a good team.
But the
So
thing
your
about
team should
him,
be doing well.
the thing about Ole, he's getting the right players though.
Nah, he's a weakling. He's weak. He's a weak manager.
It's a weak link.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Just
may be the
weak
weak link of the team.
Put him next to Klopp and Tuchel, and then you can see the difference. This guy should be a PR manager, not the manager of the club. Anyway, Ollie. Now it's not Ollie out. Ollie, get out! Okay. On that note, I think we better go.
gotta say bye.
Thanks,
Go on, let me see what's
Johan.
my heartbeat now. Oh, it's up now. It's up.
There you go,
Just
there
talking
you
about
go.
Ollie, it's up to 56. Okay.
We can all say bye together.
All right. Thanks for watching.
See you, mate.
All right, share the
Bye.
video. Donate. Bye.